Hey Jeff, let me ask you about Triple G, a guy that a lot of people have different opinions on him. He's finally fighting Daniel Jacobs in March in New York. Are you sold on Triple G, or does this fight determine if he's real?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm somewhat sold on Triple G, but I'm not really sold on him because the one thing is this: I think that he's a great fighter. I'm not gonna take that from him. I mean, he is a great fighter. I love watching him. But when I say great in terms of actually attaching that to your name, I wouldn't do that. I mean, he's great for the middleweight division. But in order to be great, every fighter that you see on a list that are considered great, they didn't stop at one weight class unless they were heavyweight. They always started at a smaller weight class and moved up and proved themselves one weight class after another, and that's part of being great. But when you're offered a fight with another fighter that's considered a great fighter that's only 8 pounds above you, and you don't take it, means that you're not even trying to be great. You just want to be middleweight champion and be dominant, which is nothing wrong with that. And don't get me wrong, and I mean I think that the fight with him and Danny Jacobs, it's a good fight, and I think Danny Jacobs may even have a chance. But realistically, who have he really fought? I mean, I probably can name 3 guys he fought. And that's not a knock against him, because it's not his fault. It's not his fault that the type of competition to make him a great fighter isn't there. But like I said, when you want to be great, you step out your comfort zone, and that's something that he's not willing to do.
One guy he's willing to fight Canelo, who would have to move up. What do you think about that matchup? And
I think that's a great matchup, but I think at the same time, the only reason he want to fight Canelo is for the money. I ain't gonna say that if he'll beat Canelo or not, but what I'm saying is that, of course, you're gonna take that fight. That's just like when Floyd was a cash cow. Who's not gonna fight? And that's the same situation with Canelo now, because he's the money guy now. So I mean, but I think that which is I always play with this part because it's funny to me with Canelo. See, Canelo's young still. I mean, this guy's young. He ain't got to be in a rush to fight Triple G. Triple G got to be in a rush to fight him, because he don't know when the clock gonna run out on him, or Father Time gonna say, wait a second. But the one thing is this, is that it's so funny to me is that when Canelo said, hey, I'm Mexican. I'm scared of nobody. Here, take this belt. Okay, you ain't scared, but you sure gave away that belt.
So you think you should have kept it?
Well, I mean, the thing is this. You can't force him to fight him if they're 2 different divisions. I mean, even they're 2 different organizations. You can't make me fight you. And I know my worth. I know my self-worth over yours. So I'll fight you whenever I want to. I just think that being that he was young and maybe his team didn't, really coach him in the right way, because I mean, if he felt comfortable at fighting at 60, I would have continued to fight at 60, and I would have fought the same people that he beat over and over and over, and then finally, I would have made the fight happen. And when the fight happened, I would have got paid a lot of money, and don't get me wrong. And I think, and the one thing is this, is that Triple G's 30,
He's almost 35.
Well, he's 35 years old. I mean, and if the fight doesn't happen within maybe a year or 2, I mean, you never know, and that might be the game plan for Canelo. I mean, and because I mean, he don't have to fight him, and that's the one thing, that people don't understand, is that certain fighters don't have to fight certain fighters if they're not in the same weight class, or if they're not in the same organization. Because if I'm WBC champion and another champion is the WBA, we never got to fight. You know, and people don't understand that, and so fans, of course, they don't understand boxing in that sense. They just think that, okay, well, this guy should fight this guy, he's supposed to fight this guy, and just jump on somebody's bandwagon, and then just root for that person and root for this person, and not understanding the business of it. And like I said, I've already been chastised for saying this, but I'll say it again, because if Canelo is my fighter, I'm gonna maximize his earnings. I'm gonna let Canelo beat every damn dude that I never heard of, and cash in.
You make the money.
And then when he by the time he fight Triple G, if he lose to Triple G, so what? I'm rich. I'm past rich. You know what I mean? Because I beat everybody else. I did the same thing Triple G did. All I did was just go pick out some dude nobody never heard of and knock him out. And don't get me wrong. And Canelo, and the one thing with Canelo is smart too, because he's starting to learn English. Mm-hmm. He's starting to actually becoming, accepted by the whole world. Yeah. And that's because the one thing about if you come from another country and most of your fights are in the U.S., you need to be speaking English to be fully accepted.
And exposure too.
Well, and then, like you said, you get all the rewards of what you really deserve. And like I said, the guy's still young. He's still got a long career ahead of him. And Triple G doesn't. And so, and that's basically what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a guy that can pick and choose when he wants to fight you. You can bark, you can yell, you can scream, but you can't make him fight you, no matter what.